Hello. I have the house to myself this weekend and I want to practice some filmmaking. So I'm going to try to recreate this shot from Saltburn. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'll put it on the screen. But I want to create these shots because I think they're going to give me a good level of difficulty and I'm not sure that I'll be able to pull them off. But I'm going to try to with the stuff that I have available. I'm going to film it here in the living room with the lights that I have and kind of makeshift some stuff along the way. So yeah, I wanted to film it, see if it worked. If it didn't, learn from it. Maybe you guys can learn from it too. Yeah, with that out of the way, let's just go ahead and start doing it. So looking at these scenes again, I can see that I'm gonna need a few things. Like one, I'm gonna need something to recreate the window shadows. I'm not gonna be able to get them exactly the way that they are here in the shot, just because my windows are different. But I think I can figure out a way how to do that. I also got to rearrange my furniture just to give me a little bit of space to lay down here and probably dress it up a little bit, maybe make it look a little messier like it does here in the shot, and then find something to smoke. So I think all of this is pretty doable actually. I don't want to get my hopes too high because I could mess this up, but I'm feeling pretty confident. The first thing I'm gonna need actually is something to recreate the blinds that I have. And I have this really big cardboard box that I got this week from buying something, and I cut out a square piece and I'm gonna cut little holes in it to make it look like blinds. Hopefully this works. I've seen other people do it before. I've never tried it myself, so yeah, let's do it. Future Darren, I wanted to come in here and tell you that this actually failed. This was very bad, but I looked it up after the fact and figured out how to do it, so I explain it a little bit later in the video. Just, keep watching to see that. I wanted to leave this in because the steps that I'm taking here are effectively the same to do what I wanted to do. If you wanted to get those blinds, you still should do this or can do this. It just needs to be done a little bit differently. So yeah, just keep watching until I explain it later on. All right, cool. I made it. It looks really janky, but I think it'll get the job done. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna test this. Because no point in moving forward if the main thing that I need to do sucks. So let's go give it a try. So right now I'm using my SmallRig 120B. It's a bicolor light and it's currently the strongest thing I have. Now, if you want to try to replicate this yourself, I would honestly recommend trying to do something with like 300, 600, something that can more accurately represent daylight. But unfortunately, this is all I have. So I'm gonna attach a Fresnel to it to hopefully kind of magnify it and make it a bit stronger. I tested this out last night and it's really sick. I'm really happy I got it. I just hope it's able to do what it needs to do today. And then to get this thing on, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do like a super clamp, and I'm gonna clamp it here and then try to bring it in front of the light so that way you can shine through it. Yeah, I don't know, I might have to place it somewhere else. I don't know, figure it out. Okay, so slight change of plans. I grabbed another stand and I put this super clamp on it. I think it's called the super clamp, correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clamp it here. I'm just gonna put it in front of it ever so slightly. I think I still need to adjust this just a bit more, but I think this is actually gonna give us exactly what we're looking for. Moment of truth. Nothing. I wanted to leave that part in because I wanted to at least just kind of give you a good idea as to how I handle failure. Basically what happened was after that fact, we kind of just scrapped the whole thing. I saw that it failed. I couldn't waste any time kind of lingering on it, so I just moved on and continued with the rest of the shots. If you find yourself kind of hitting a roadblock, it's very easy to kind of get stuck there and try to resolve it. I'm a perfectionist, so like when I was presented with that roadblock, I immediately just wanted to fix it and do anything and everything possible to try to get it to work. Didn't work that way, so I just moved on. What ended up happening is after the fact, I looked it up, and actually a better solution would have been to buy like a 4x4 acrylic mirror, like on the screen, and put gaff tape to mimic the blinds, and then shine the light through that and have it get reflected. That I saw actually works a lot better for what I was trying to do. And if I wanted to use cardboard, I should have used a much bigger piece of cardboard as opposed to the small one that I had. So yeah, those are the two things that I wanted to come in here and say real quick. Those are the two ways you could have, fixed it. I plan on actually buying those acrylic mirrors and trying it. So maybe I'll give an update on that, see if it actually works or not. But yeah, just wanted to come in here and say that. Anyways, carry on with the video. Bye. So I was actually able to get some light to come in right here. It's not that much. If I had a stronger light, obviously it'd be more pronounced. But now we got to clean out the living room and kind of give it a little bit of a set dress. I've done the best of my ability to set dress. I kind of just had to work with what I had. I'm gonna film these shots on my Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K full frame. This camera gives a beautiful image, and I think it'll go really, really well with the way that Saltburn was actually filmed. I'm currently filming the video right now that you're watching on my Fujifilm X-T4, but this is the camera that I use for obviously like more production type things. And it's fairly new to me, so I'm practicing with it. I'm learning its quirks. I'm learning how to use it in the right environments, which is why I continue to do these things where I make believe movies. So right now I have the camera set up on a slider because it's currently the only thing that I have to get low enough to the ground and keep the camera stable. And I really, really wish I had someone else with me to kind of push this in, because I was just kind of testing that off to the side just now, and it looks ridiculously beautiful. So yeah, I wish I had a second person here to kind of push it in, because when I was just kind of messing with that off to the side, it looked phenomenal. However, I'm currently the only person here. I don't have anyone to call at the moment. And maybe sometimes this is just kind of what happens, you know? As someone who's starting out, who doesn't have a lot of resources, I don't have someone to come here and push the camera. Maybe it's a small budget thing and it's just yourself, you know? Sometimes it takes a little bit more creativity to figure out how to get these things done. Obviously you can do it in post. It doesn't give the same effect, but it gives something very similar. So I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. But yeah, I think all of this is just about being creative and finding unique solutions to do what you want to do. Obviously, you're not going to be able to replicate a multi-million-dollar scene verbatim, but you can try your best. You can do what you can, and honestly, at the end of the day, you're just learning from it. So even if it sucks, even if it's shit, it's still going to be something that you can put in your back pocket to take from, learn from, and grow from. So yeah, enough talking. I'm going to finish setting up the scene, and yeah, other than that, you know, here's the first one. Well, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. This is a fun little experiment that took a lot of twists and turns. It took me so much longer than I thought it would. Yeah, I moved lights, I put things over lights to diffuse them, I shaped lights, I made this. I made this thing so I could kind of beam the light in a direction that I wanted to, so I can get it to reflect off of a bounce board that I had. Yeah, that was so much fun. That was just so much creativity jam-packed into like 2 hours. So yeah, I hope you guys were able to get something from that. Oh yeah, and I also wanted to say that I got all of these stills from ShotDeck. This isn't a sponsored ad or anything like that. I am not even close to even having those conversations with people. But I saw some other people using it for references and then like lighting techniques, and you know, they'd be drawing on these pictures to try to guess where they kind of put the lights and stuff like that. And so yeah, I did a 2-week trial, and then that's kind of where I got all those stills. I just downloaded them because I thought they looked cool, and then I used them as reference. So yeah, if you ever want to try to do something like this, go to ShotDeck. Or don't. Pay me for... I kind of fucked that up, didn't I? I already said it. All right, well, I'll see you guys next time. Let me know if you guys like this. I'll do it again. Other than that, leave the comments down below if you have any suggestions on what I could have done better, because I'm always trying to learn. So yeah. Have a good one.